First off, let me talk my
Entering pop-up resume.
off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack. Read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it. That's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's Falcon football as we resume play in the second quarter. On first down, Crocker, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Operating from the gun, Crocker. That's caught left side, and the tight end Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have come back to make it a 2-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Give them 32 on the play.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He'll try again, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So 2 successful.
It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Howard flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Throwing to start the drive. Crocker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. To throw on second down. Crocker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Off play action. Howard. He's going deep for Brown.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
This is caught. It's Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
So
all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around and out.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre first down calls in the history of the National Football League. A fake, and it backfires.
But we've seen a lot of
first down.
Yeah, you're right. And we've seen a lot of innovation.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage of 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They'll try and throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On 1st and 10, Crocker, open man, he completes it to Judy. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is...
And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A gain of 28 yards there, and give them a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Crocker. This pass is caught by London.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 32 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Escaping the pressure right, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs that better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Throwing on first down, Crocker. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Looking to throw on second down. Crocker. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. On first down, Crocker. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw. Crocker dancing to his left. And he's got it. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's a touchdown. But hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup, because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
Entering
So
post
long,
game screen,
everybody.
you have 5 options. Finish game is selected.
It's another one. We got another.
Franchise is selected.
It's her.
Entering player upgrades screen, you have AJ. You have 7 options. Physical.
My Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snaps. She brought the.
You have 6 options. Over. Enter. Breath. Entering. Attention pop. Entering week. Entering franchise hub screen home.
This time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stats to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans. Yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shot for. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Yeah, That my Brooklyn, cause he shot rock, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw
You have 4 options. Franchise staff. Entering staff management screen. You have 4 options. 0 second. 0 second. 2 slash 0 second. 0 second. 1/1. 1/1. 1/1. Offensive. 0 second. Defense. 2 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 second. 2.5. No. 2 slash 2 0 second. 2 slash 2.5. Offensive coordinator. 0 second. 0 first. 0 second. Entering staff management screen. Entering franchise. Week. Scout. You have 2 you have 6. Enter. Sim head. Upgrade players. Entering player upgrade. You have 6 options. Upgrade is selected. You have 5 options. Overview. Entering. You have 6. Enter. Sim head. Advanced week is selected. You have enter. Sim head. You have enter. Sim head. Entering upgrade players. Entering player upgrade screen. You have 8 and entering franchise. You have 4 options. Franchise. Entering staff management screen. You have 0 second. Entering staff management screen. You have 4 options. Entering staff management screen. You have entering franchise. Team schemes. Got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. Offensive scheme option is set to raid. Offensive scheme option is set. Defensive scheme op. Defensive scheme. Offensive playbook. Defensive playbook. Entering franchise. You have 4 options. Franchise. Auto subs. Entering offense. Set to 62. Defense. And yes. Entering franchise staff. Entering staff management. 0 second. Offense. 0 second. Defensive. 0 head code. 0 second. 1/1 2/2 2/2 player person. Defensive coordinator. 0 half. 2/0 second. 0 second. Offensive core. 0 second. 0 half. 0 second. 0 second. 0 first. 0 second. 0 second. 0 second. 0 second. Head code 2/2. Entering staff man. Entering and advance. You have 3. Entering sim head.
Say nothing silly, you regret my boy, cause we got banana on on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up on the emoji with the flex, my boy.
You have entering mock region break, entering France, advance week is select. You have 3 and sim head.
My boy off the top.
Upgrade players. Entering player upgrades screen. You have 6 options. Upgrade is selected. Entering player upgrade. You have 6 options. Upgrade is selected. You have 5 options. Overview. Entering. You have 6 options. Upgrade is selected. You have 5 options. Entering screen week. Entering player upgrades screen. Entering franchise hubs. Knock draft 4 is selected. You have 1 Roderick Rose. Region breakdown. Entering franchise. Manage staff is selected. You have 2 options. Next week is selected.
TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards where we get God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions.
Entering franchise hub screen. You have 2 options. Next week is selected.
I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My spot superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, that's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow they mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the
Advance week. You have 2 options. Next week is selected. Entering France. Start here. Kick off the 2025 NFL draft and see if you can land the next superstar. You have 2 options. Start drafting is selected. You have franchise staff. Entering staff management. Entering. No. And yes. Entering find a league for you screen. You have 2 options. Entering main menu screen. Franchise is selected. Entering current franchises. Franchise online save. Entering franchise hub screen
Cleveland
home.
Browns now on the clock.
This ain't rap music, this straight literature.
Advance to end of draft.
Your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give us some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9.
Entering franchise. Adjust roster. You have sim 10 years is selected. Sim 10 entering sim head.
My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father, but why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain.
You have a off. Enter sim head.
High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded.
Advance week. Upgrade players. Entering player upgrade. Entering attention. Entering franchise hub screen home. You have 4 options. Franchise staff. Entering staff management screen. You have 0 offensive 0 second.
Just like my keys drop my on a dental work, my thoughts I keep confidential. It's constant
0 first.
philosophies unidentical.
Entering staff management screen. You have 4 options. Entering French advanced. You have 7. Enter sim head.
Make money, feed the kids. Ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. hands stay muddy to the lid, 800 eat a. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap.
You have 7. Enter. Sim head.
All your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good
Place is. You have 7. Entering. Attention pop. You have 2. You have 7. Sim head.
Alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes. You can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name.
Managed staff is weak. Upgrade players. Entering player upgrade. Entering. Attention. Yes.
Yeah.
Entering. Attention pop. Entering week. Entering franchise hub. Crisis in confidence is selected. Entering week. Managed. You have 4 options. Franchise staff is. Entering staff management screen. You have 4 offensive. 1-0 first. 1-0 first. 0 first. 0 first.
Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything.
Defensive door. 1/1. 0. Player person. 0 first. 2/2. 0 second.
Any league they considering me dominant. The wrong falls, you know the pit of defeat.
0 first.
I was hungry way before I got
Entering staff management. View talent tree. Entering week. Entering franchise. Advanced. You have 7 options. Enter. Sim head. Advanced week is. You have 6 Enter. Sim head.
Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen it making of a star, they hear my name.
You have 6 Entering. Sim head.
Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this,
You have 2. You have 6 Sim head.
getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my.
You have 4 options. Franchise staff is. Entering staff management screen. You have 4 options. You have 2. Offensive coordinator. Entering staff management screen. You have 4 options. Entering week. Entering franchise. Upgrade players. Entering. Attend. You have 7 options. Upgrade is selected. Entering player upgrade screen. Entering. Yes. Entering. Attention. Entering week. Entering franchise hub. Player. Places. You have 2. You have 6 options. Sim to playoff Sicily. Next week. Week. Upgrade players. Entering play. Entering. Yes. Entering. Attention. Entering week. Entering franchise. Break. You have 4 options. Franchise staff. Entering staff management screen. You have 4 options. 2. Once. Defensive. Player person. Head. 0 for entering air pop. Entering air pop up 2 1 3 0 first 1 0 first. Player option is set to DC trench play. Player option is set to knock on the block. Player option is set to knock. Player up. Yes. 1/0 first. Entering air pop up there. Entering entering air pop up. Defensive 0 second. Defensive 2 player personnel. Offensive coordinator 0 second. 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 0 first. Defensive core. Offensive core. 0 second. 0 first. 0 second. 0 first. 0 first. 1/1. Entering staff management screen. You have 1 0. Entering AirPod. Offense. 0 second. 0 first. 0 second. 0 second. No. 0 second. 0 second. 0 first. 0 second. 0 second. 0 second. Half. Half. 0 first. 0 first. Head coach. 1 0 first. Entering staff management. Entering week. Entering franchise. Advance week is select. Play. You have 2 options. Next week is selected. Manage staff is selected. You have 2 options. Next week is selected.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bring home victory straight out the huddle.
Manage staff is play season game is entering weekly strategy pop news. Enter no. You have 4 options. Franchise staff is entering staff management screen. You have 4 options. Offensive defensive core player first. 0 second. 0 first. 0 first. 0 first. 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 third. 0 second. 0 second. 0 first. Entering staff management screen. You have 4 options. Entering week. Entering franchise hub screen. Upgrade players. Entering player upgrades. Entering attention. Entering attention. Entering week. Entering franchise event. Entering weekly strategy pop-up. You have not fit. Entering regular season week 17. Entering week. Entering franchise event. Play. Skip simulates. Play full game. Play full game. Play fence only. Play full game. Entering team select screen. The fill ready. You super. Entering super. Ability dub short back dub back 6. You have a ability option. You have a acrobat reinforcement selected. You have a ability reach inside stuff selected. Reach elite selected. You have nasty streak selected. Fool me once. Nasty streak. You have ability option is set to undefined. You have ability option is set to adrenaline rush. You have 8 options. Charles Henry is selected. Edith. You have 6 options. AJ. Ability option is set. You have 6 options. You suit. Ready. You play call option is play call. You ready. You, and offensive play. Offensive play. Kadem Tomlin Finance. Defensive. NFL live playbooks option is set to off. Finance Sirianni Ace. Finance Sirianni Ace. First choice coin toss option is set. Second choice coin toss option is set. Edit. Entering edit. Jersey. Uniform name option. Edit. Enter. Uniform name option. Ready.
Today, from Lincoln.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. the numbers a week ago for Cook. 22 carries, 120 yards even.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Howard on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Howard. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Now Howard to throw on second down. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To throw is Howard. Throwing on first down. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Back to throw. Howard. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howard. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Howard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Howard now. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. I'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's 4th down. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Why?
Here's Howard on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run it again with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Howard from the gun on 3rd down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Howard looking to throw on 2nd down. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounded, but it's 2nd down.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Back to the ground, Cook. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd down and 3.
Operating from the gun, Howard.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
To throw is Howard on 1st and 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll run with Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Ethan Carter, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are once again back in front.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. It's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. Man open left side is Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 7.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen it, I have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Howard now throwing on 1st down.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Howard on 1st down. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Brown is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Looking to throw. Howard, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Howard throwing to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now Howard to throw on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this league.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown from 19 yards away. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. To throw is Howard on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. They'll run for it. Cook, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Oh, Brown, a nice catch.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They've been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't run up here even into the 4th quarter.
He's going deep for Brown. And they're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Now they'll throw here out the gun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Howard now throwing on 4th down, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Here's Howard throwing on 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. A throw over the middle taken in. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Back to throw. Howard setting up the screen for Cook. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Looking to throw. Howard. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Howard on 3rd and 2, finding room at midfield. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Howard on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw. Howard. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the East,
franchise is selected.
You gotta choose. You like the top of you.
Entering player upgrade. Entering. Yes. Entering. Attend. Entering week. Entering franchise hub screen. From you have sick. Enter. Sim head. From you next week.
And that's why I'm here with it, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose.
Again next week.
Make a move. Then at the bottom, I got the proof.
Snap advance week. From you have 5. Enter sim head.
Then at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys.
Advance from next week. You have 3 off. Enter sim head.
I've been a man like I'm paying up this on my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me. Cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know.
Advance week is upgrade players. Entering player and yes. Entering attend. Entering franchise hub screen. Entering yes.
Make a move. Then at the bottom, I got. Like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose.
Entering yes exit no.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it.
Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we were not a ride nobody way. We the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit. Trust.
What?